All right, everybody, let's do another edition of the COVID Chronicles, then and now, March 24th, 2020 and 2021. And so the first thing I would do is I would direct our viewers to our own website, which is smAshomash.com, official website of the Smash News Network, least busted name and news. And I'd like to welcome everybody to the Neo Renaissance. Make sure you check out our merch shop, by the way, which is that link right there, which will take you to the Redbubble shop. There are 6 designs there. No more on that. However, enter the promo code MAGIC15 to save 15% on all orders through March 25th. I would direct everybody to our forum, the smAsho forum. Our most crucial thread that we've ever put up was the coronavirus thread, which is located in the Free-for-All forum, but it's globally pinned to each of the forums. So whether you go to cosmology or to Earth and geophysics, you'll notice the coronavirus thread. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to page, I think it's page 14, I'm going to guess. Page 14. So this is about a 34-page forum thread here, folks, and we updated this every single day except I think one day between January 23rd and mid-July of last year, and it's only COVID stuff. So let's see where we are here. I know the last video we ended at, I think it was 3 days ago, so we ended at the 21st. So we've got a ton of data on here. Let's see. Here's the 22nd. And we have a story right here about a story being scrubbed. So since it got scrubbed from its initial publisher's server, we decided to host it on ours. Entitled COVID-19 Evidence Over Hysteria. And without going in depth into what that's about, we want the video to be kind of short. Today on the COVID Chronicles. But we will allow the information to scroll anyway. And it's just talking about some early facts that came to light in March, which may or may not have been interesting to you. Anyway, that was 2 days ago, a year ago, so 367 days ago. We're going to go forward to today. If you want to see all these articles yourself, they're all available at smashomash.com/forum. So here's a chart with the total confirmed cases. In the U.S., looks like it was up to right on the 100,000 case line by the 22nd. Actually, that was from the 20th of March. All of that data there. So anyway, let me get to today. It's probably going to be the next page, as this is a very lengthy article. And we did this intentionally because we saw articles being scrubbed, and we knew articles would be scrubbed from the internet as well as edited. So we put them up in their original format, copy-pasting the entire articles. Here's a post from me saying, "Lighten up, people. Laughter is great therapy, especially when you're shut in, frightened by misinformation on the internet, mainstream media from various levels of government. Feel free to share this one. Or at the very least, it'll lead to a conversation about the origin of viruses." And so on and so on. So it was 367 days ago when the FDA approved its first rapid coronavirus test with a 45-minute detection time. An article about if viruses are life. An argument that I had with a biology teacher in high school, as I cited the fact that they have unique DNA, which means they're life, but in any case. And here's me 366 days ago And just like that, our liberty vanishes. Welcome to the giant bureaucratic overreach nightmare. If you aren't scared of COVID-19, perhaps very stupid reactions, bloated, self-perpetuating government graft will, as in frighten you. Pennsylvania starts enforcing large-scale business shutdown, Monday morning. Now that was some issue that we started to take with mankind's handling of the COVID. Now, I'm essential personnel, so it didn't shut me down. I was just aware of the economic implications. And so, I was anti-lockdown. Now, I wasn't anti-mask. I wasn't legit anti-mask until I got a skin rash that still hasn't gone away. So, all that aside, let's get to today, as we're 366 days into Pennsylvania being all or in part locked down, whatever that means. It's locked down, except that it's not locked down, but you're supposed to be locked down, and if you're locked down, then it's downwardly that you're locked. Big government making you safe by reducing the U.S. economy to ashes, as I define the term interventionism. This one also from 366 days ago. And let's see if we can get to 365 days ago. And here's a Newsweek article. As President Trump says he tested negative for coronavirus, the COVID-19 pandemic raises the fear that huge swaths of the economic branch or even Congress and the Supreme Court could also be disabled, forcing the implementation of community government plans that include evacuating Washington and devolving leadership to second-tier officials in remote and quarantined locations. All right, enough of that. But coronavirus is also new territory, where the military itself is vulnerable and the disaster scenarios being contemplated, including the possibility of widespread domestic violence, as a result of food shortages, are forcing planners to look at what are called, quote, extraordinary circumstances, end quote. Above top-secret contingency plans already exist for what the military is supposed to do if all these constitutional successors are incapacitated. Standby orders were issued more than 3 weeks ago to ready these plans, not just to protect Washington, but also to prepare for the possibility of some form of martial law. Anyway, let's continue on, scrolling through smAshomash.com/forum until we get to 365 days ago, as I only want to give you brief summaries of stuff that didn't happen a year ago today. Now we're going backward in time. What is this one? Embedded inside Minecraft is the uncensored library of articles that you can get killed for in some countries. Nice. Yes, did you know that somebody made a Minecraft library? Tell your friends, tell your foes, so even the most uninformed idiot knows that UV and heat kill coronavirus. It's not rocket science. It's more complicated than that. It's infectious disease science. And there was our thumbnail that about 4 people saw from that day. All right. Pandemic, the invention of a disease called fear. Yes. And let me skip ahead a bit to today. Scratch that. Here's another article from 366 days ago. No refunds at Costco. Hoarders discover they can't return toilet paper. Everybody felt really bad for the hoarders trying to return toilet paper. I think they may have overinvested. If you filled your whole garage with toilet paper, you're a COVID-idiot. Yes. Oh, that is 365 days ago. So that was exactly a year ago today. There you go. Returns not accepted for toilet paper. That was the article that I put up Also, some more useful stuff about anti-inflammatory agents. COVID-19 claims. Checked by facts. Is herd immunity a good strategy? Can drinking a lot of water, gargling with warm water and salt or vinegar eliminate the virus? What about drinking lemon and hot water and other home remedies? I'm not going to go there, folks. Again, these articles are copy-pasted. We left credits at the bottom of all of them. This was around the time ibuprofen was identified as something that would worsen the symptoms of COVID-19, apparently. Folks, if you have access to soap and water, please don't use hand sanitizer. Use soap and water. I can't believe I have to say that, but... And of course, we already saw numbers emerging here where most of the people that were dying of COVID were at the median age of death. So as far as I know, the median age of death from COVID-19 is still 80 years of age, which happens to be the median age of death, period. So that's a little bit more about the COVID Chronicles, folks. I figured there were some wheels turning, and I figured I would talk about what was going on 1 year ago today, since we painstakingly documented it. And that's today's COVID Chronicles, a special presentation of the Smash News Network about what was going on 1 year ago and what's going on today. And here's the rest of the episode. We've got to head to a news source. So let's check out USA Today, as headlines abound about things like shootings. We're not going to go there. We're only going to talk about the COVID. So here's the largest COVID headline. One about Asian American hate increased. Here's one about how many Americans won't eat out or fly until herd immunity arrives. So what's your stance on this, folks? Are you trying to lock down and wear masks forever and ever and ever and ever and ever? What's your stance on this? I'm not going to give out any opinions. I'm just going to ask questions and behave like an objective journalist. Even though I'm not objective at all, I do have significant opinions on this. I'm just not going to divulge them in this video, as this is the COVID Chronicles, then and now. I like the guy doing sign language down there, by the way. Fantastic. Fantastic. I think is it Gavin Newsom, folks? I think it's Gavin Newsom. The governor of California. Let's play a clip.
Well, I run by here.
No, I don't know, maybe not. Yeah.
Okay, I guess that was... Anyway. So until herd immunity arrives, many Americans won't eat or dine out. Let's check Zero Hedge's articles. And first article we see here about COVID is how Hong Kong has halted Pfizer vaccinations after finding more than 50 defects like cracked vials. So there's one article there. That's from zerohedge.com. And here's CBSnews.com's homepage. And let's see what their top COVID headline is. They have a special section about coronavirus crisis. The coronavirus, the virus that mysteriously murders the flu. So top headline here is learning what it takes to bring students back to school. Let's go to full coverage. Yeah, we need wall-to-wall coverage of the coronavirus crisis, folks. Here's the top headline. India boosts restrictions and vaccinations as second COVID wave hits. Yes, how about some additional lockdowns and so on going on in India? How about some additional lockdowns and vaccinations going on in India? Sounds fun. The number of new cases has been rising steadily for a month, pushing the country into a second wave as deadly infection rates inch back toward those seen during the worst of the pandemic. More than 375,000 new cases have been reported over the past 10 days, without any reference to whether they cause hospitalizations, deaths, or even symptoms. So they have unquantified data here, folks. They're not divulging the rest of the information, only the cases, as many Americans may be familiar with. So we're going to end it there, folks. This has been a short edition here of COVID Chronicles Then and Now for March 24th, 2020 and 2021. I've been your host, Dan, a.k.a. smAsho. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to press like and subscribe if you're viewing here on YouTube. Don't forget to check out our other social media and our own websites. We'll see you next time here at the Smash News Network. Least busted name in news.